Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the sometimes, but not always, more like whenever we can make it happen, weekly BS. How is everybody?
In a few weeks.
Had a little bit of a hiatus here.
Yeah.
Hope everybody missed us. Hope everybody wants to stay the whole time. We missed you guys. Corey's already been threatened to be banned before we even went live.
Which is just normal.
Everything's right. Everything's right with the world. But hey, we got always in the chat, we got Hayashi Arts here. How's it going, man? Haven't seen you on the last few.
Aaron said he was going to be here this time, so I expect him. He probably
Hallowfield's here.
There he
There's
is.
Aaron. Hey, man, we missed you too.
Speak of the handsome devil, and he shall appear.
Hallowfield's here. Bear, Brother Starnes is here. So we got a couple things to cover here at the top of the show because we hadn't seen everybody in a while.
Yeah, vacations and such.
So we'll give it just a couple more minutes, see if anybody else drops in since it's just now 7. So, and then we'll get started. But again, as always, if you're new and you're kind of lurking, say what's up in the chat. We'd like to say hey to the people.
If we get 10 regulars, we can kick Corey out and not have a problem.
Right now, he has to be here for concurrent viewers.
Yeah, we're not big enough to exclude.
We're doing good, man.
Been working late.
We're doing good. I had a day off today. Hey, Justin, what's up, buddy? Had a day off today. Got the Halloween decor finally finished up. We're a little behind this year. But the outside's ready for Halloween, even though it's, over a week away.
We'll probably have a pretty mellow party this year. I'm not drinking, so I definitely won't wake up on your art room floor.
Got a spare room if you want to sleep in there. Covers are being washed. Aaron, you can't sleep right now because of your blood sugar? Well, hopefully we can keep you entertained enough to where you won't have to think about it, so. Or at least Brad will while I draw.
Yeah.
We don't, unless Brad has something planned. I don't really have anything planned as far as a topic, so.
Yeah, we'll probably just.
More just to hang out this
We're just
time.
it's been a very, very long few weeks at work that has been, unfortunately, zapping my creativity. And so this is not going to be an evening with Cyclops 2. There's not going to be
which now is the second most viewed video I have right now, and it's 10 away from being the top viewed video.
We're gonna take down Vanish, eat it. Kids love chains.
Cyclops has always been cool. All right, so we got some folks in here, so we'll go ahead and get started. If anybody else comes in, just say hey in the chat, talk to these fine folks, and watch some art be drawn in front of your very eyes. So at the top here, guys, we'll start it off on a little somber note. So everybody knows I went on vacation, which is why we didn't stream 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago I was on vacation. It was a great vacation. We went to Disney World. That's me and Mrs. Scoot's happy place. It is the happiest place on earth. It was amazing. I'll probably share some pictures another stream because I got a bunch of really funny pictures to show with me taking selfies with all the characters. So great vacation. However, the Sunday we got back, lost my good friend of 19 years, the best kitty cat the world could have ever given me, Murph Biscuit. We're going to throw a picture up here of him. He finally called it quits after 19 years. It's a pretty long time for a kitty cat. But I bottle fed this dude, and
from day one,
his took care of him.
Died.
Me and him were we were like this. But he finally called it quits. So luckily enough, he waited for me to get back from vacation, which is super cool. So cats in the chat for Murph. Orange kitty cats in the chat, guys.
Yeah, he was a
most
good
of
guy.
you that have watched me and Brad for a while,
you've seen Murph.
Seen Murph, or you've heard him.
The Scoot Squad will remember we used to throw a cat in the chat whenever he meowed at us.
Yep. So Murph Biscuit is he's gone to the great beyond. So, but I got a couple of cool pictures here to kind of share. So this picture right here is him on my shoulder. It's pretty much where he lived most of his life. Most of the 19 years he lived on my shoulder, whether I was walking or whether I was sitting. He never, when he had to go to the vet, he never went into a kennel or anything like that. He just rode on my shoulder outside and into the vet, and the stares we got were hilarious. So that's a cool picture there. I mean, and again, he's my, you guys have seen all my profile pictures everywhere. It's basically the same photo session me and him did right here, just a different picture from it. So, but I got a couple other cool pictures here. This is one right here. Murph loved to lick. You can ask Brad. He loved to lick your beard. He loved to, after you brush your teeth, he'd always get up in your face.
Oh, I had a weird thing with my deodorant too.
Yeah, Art, I was going to mention that David and Meredith Finch lost their kitty cat too. And Greg Capullo lost, I'm not sure what his animal, yeah, it was some kind of furry creature. And I don't want to, dishonor it by not saying the right animal, but he lost his too. So it's a lot of somberness going around. But I love this picture of me and Murph, because we were just kind of chilling at the table and I was drawing something right there. I think we were playing a board game or something, family game night. Then we got this one. Had to put this one in here because I'm actually working on comic pages right here on this picture. So I thought that'd be a cool one to show and relevant since we're on the stream here. And then we've got just a glamour shot of Murph. So this is everything. This is everything Murph was. He was super soft, super good kitty cat. Then we got this one just because that's the chair I'm currently sitting in that I sit in all the time. His claw marks will forever be in the back of my chair. So, and I'll never get rid of this chair now. And then one more really good one. Brad and Murph.
Oh man, that's the best selfie I've ever taken.
That's a good
Murph
one.
is on point.
He was crazy. He was active up until the very end. Literally,
I spent the Sunday before with him, and he was fine. He slept on my laptop keyboard.
So he is going to be sorely missed by everyone, not just me. One of the things before Ashley and I got married, there was a deal breaker was, she's allergic to cats. So I was like, Murph has to come with me. And she's endured for this long with Murph, and she was sad to see him go as well. So yeah, it's been tough. So we were gonna stream one of the days soon after we got back, and then this happened, and it's been tough. So that was October 10th when that happened. So yeah, it's taken a little while to kind of just let it sink in.
Yeah, because we were going to stream that Saturday.
We were going to stream that Saturday. So, and thanks for all the orange kitty cats in the chat, guys. So he'll definitely be missed. I told Brad today, I said, man, up front, we're going to talk about Murph. So hold it together.
Corey, not to change the subject, Corey just disrespected me in the chat, said, can Brad even grow a beard?
Or you ain't seen a beard like Brad's before.
Grow a Spartan beard.
We are some beard growing mofos. Up until recently, we both had beards actually. So, but again, it's not bye to Murph. It's until I see you next time. So, from there, we will move. We'll move on. We got some pretty exciting news for myself. So, actually, I have it here on my notes. Here it says 4,000 likes, but didn't Venom just hit 5,000 likes?
Yeah, I can check.
So this Venom picture I drew on Instagram hit 5,000 likes. So that's the first one I've ever had get that high. And it's doing some legwork. So
yeah, 5,113 right now. I'm gonna go take my likes away. It doesn't need them anymore.
Venom's doing some legwork, guys. So, and then because of these headshots I've been doing, which have been a lot of fun actually, and they're helping me financially. I reached 3,000 followers on Instagram, so that's another milestone. Usually we try to do a giveaway, but I've got so many commissions I need to catch up on right now that I'll probably push it off maybe to 3,500 or something like that. So, but we'll have another giveaway coming up soon, so that somebody can have a chance to win something cool. And then one other thing that I have, well, it's not technically me, but I'm gonna throw this back up here. Brad's book's doing amazing, and I'll let him talk about it.
I don't know about amazing, but we did an initial print run of 120, and I was given 60 copies to hustle, and I'm down to about 15. So I put it in a couple of comic shops, and it's been selling pretty good, which I'm happy with. And my local comic shop owner, Jason, who I've only got one friend I've known longer than Jason. And I've known my comic shop owner more than all of my other acquaintances and friends. And when he came in, he said, "Hey, I've almost sold out. Bring me some more." I said, "Oh yeah, absolutely." He goes, "Oh, and when are you getting number 2 out?" And I was like, "Oh, we're about 40% done." He's like, "I want it as soon as possible." I was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, man, I know. We're gonna keep it coming." He's like, "No, I want to read it." So he was impressed by it. I was really happy with it. And of course, if you want to buy a copy, I've got to ship out Matt's.
Thanks, Matt.
And a couple of other ones. Yeah, Matt's our biggest supporter.
Yeah.
Our Chancellor Valorum, and he.
If you take over and become emperor, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very happy with the feedback I'm getting from it, and I'm happy with people enjoying it. And I think I meant to bring some today because we got to package this in Corey. Yeah, so if you want to purchase some, look at the Brute Studios Instagram. It's linked in the bottom of this video, and I'll happily ship it out. We got sometime soon. We're building up a care package for the UK brothers, and we'll get some over to Aaron and.
Yep.
Matt.
UK brothers, hold strong. We got something that's going to eventually come overseas for you guys. So that's super cool. And yeah, if you guys want to get a copy of this, because it's really good, check out the Brute Studios Instagram, or if for some reason you can't find it, just DM Brad. He'll help you get it. If you're not following Brad, shame on you, and go follow him. So other than that, you got anything else to mention before we get started?
No, I'm just happy to get back in. Hopefully this will get us all back on track, because it's been a wonky few weeks.
Yeah, so needless to say, after Murph died, I didn't draw for at least a week, because I had to go back to work from vacation the next day. So not only did I have vacation blues, I just lost my best friend and I had to go back to work. So so it's been tough. I finally got back to drawing actually last night. I did a Morbius commission, which I can show here right before I start drawing, to give you a little sneak peek. And maybe this video will get 5,000 likes.
Oh my god. Put Space Venom up here.
Yeah, we'll put Space Venom up.
Are you going to repost that when Corey inks it? Because I know you don't always reshare his inks.
I will, because I have a feeling this one's going to be really, really crazy good. So, all right, so we're going to jump into it today. I'm going to be drawing Knull. I'm going to be drawing on the sketch covers that I had been drawing before, and I'll show the previous ones that I did, minus Cletus Cassidy, because obviously that one's already with the owner, and Corey's already inked that one, so I will show these two real quick. The ones that I've done were Venom and Carnage. Here's the Carnage one I did previously, and I've done these on stream, so if you haven't seen them, go check them out. They're up. There's Carnage. And here's the Venom. So we're going to be doing Knull to add to this. Real quick, here's the Morbius I just finished. Another of the headshot commissions that I've been taking, which have been a lot of fun. So I'll probably post this one up tomorrow, most likely.
Filling out spots whenever you throw them up.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here.
Mom's in the chat. Mom's in the chat.
Hello, Mother.
I'm kind of doing laundry while we're doing this. I started some, but I'll finish it after we're done.
If you just popped in, Mom, you missed our little tribute to Murph. You'll have to go back and watch it.
He was a swell cat.
He was a swell cat and the best friend a guy could ask for, and he will be very missed. All right, so we're going to jump in Knull here. This should be a fun one. And as always, I've laid out the blue lines already, just because I want to be prepped for you guys. I don't want to be sitting here laying out something, not liking it, and erasing it. So let's go, Leto. And if you guys got anything you want to talk about, definitely shout it out. Again, we don't have anything planned for this. More just trying to get me and Brad back in the swing of things after our little hiatus.
I just sent Corey a picture of me with a beard. And then I'm sending him one. I sent him the one of when I went to see King of the Monsters, and I had like a full beard. I took a picture of my Gojira shirt,
Oh yeah.
and then I had to send him the follow up where I did it this year when Godzilla vs Kong came out, and I took the exact same picture but with me now. So hair's a little different, beard's gone, just as handsome. So
Now our friend Justin has the mightiest beard.
people who've gone to cons to push their shit. Aaron says, all right, I got a question for people who've gone to cons to push their shit. What's your etiquette when working around with your portfolio? That's something we've never done.
Yeah, I've never shopped around my portfolio because honestly, since I've been taking the comic art stuff seriously, I haven't been to a con that I could show my. Well, actually, I take that back. I went to Wizard World in St. Louis a couple years ago, and I didn't know there was going to be any kind of portfolio stuff, but I had my art with me just in case. But when we went to the con, I didn't take my portfolio with me because again, I didn't know anything was going to be happening. But Steve Geiger was there, and he's a real old school comic artist.
Dinner of the Geiger counter.
Yeah, no. But he was there, and he was going to do portfolio reviews, so I just went to it just because. And we had literally just released the first B Movie Saga anthology. So I went to it just because to kind of see what it was like, and there weren't a whole lot of people there, and I kind of just sat there and listen to him review people's artwork. And then he looks at me and he's like, "You got anything?" I was like, "Man, I do, but I didn't know this was happening." So I don't have anything. He's like, "What you got on your phone?" So I pulled up some stuff on my phone, and it was cool because the first thing he said to me, he goes, "Okay, you've practiced." So, and I thought that was cool.
Like I started last week, actually.
Because everybody else that he was reviewing, you could tell had just been starting out with drawing and stuff, which is cool that they got that opportunity early on to talk to somebody, to steer them in the right direction, keep them motivated and stuff. But so I showed him one of the B Movie Saga pages. And he reviewed that, and he gave his critique on it, which was super cool. I'm not gonna lie, there's one thing on there that I didn't agree with him how it should have been done. But it's not like, I'm not gonna disrespect this dude. He's a legend. So he gave me feedback, and he ultimately just said he liked my work, which was really cool. Next year is gonna change that. Hopefully, we get to more conventions next year.
Yeah, and that's we've got to get. Iker has been incredibly busy, or we would have already had B Movie Saga 2 out because he because we were shooting for into September for that. Clearly we did not make it. But that's going to be kind of what we shop around as Scoot's portfolio too, because we'll have a full story to show, and then we can pair it with the original one and then be like, here's
how
4 years ago,
come.
Here's now, and it'll be a good way to do it. It's and I know we've got a couple of, excuse me guys, good lord, we've got a couple of people like industry folks who have given us stuff when we're ready to submit, so we've got stuff we can send them for feedback. And I mean, start collecting rejection letters like Todd McFarlane and learning a little bit. We it's a little harder for me because I got to get other people, because like I say, most people aren't going to read your scripts. Nobody wants to read scripts. They want to read comics. So I've been trying to get more out. Like I said, B Movie Saga 2, hopefully sometime soon. Hopefully before the end of the year. We'll see. Fourth quarter might make it worse.
Yeah.
I don't know how John's schedule is.
At least my part of it's done. So.
Yeah, but I think I've got to get with KF whenever she's see how on season shaking out and get back on track with Wilder Talents. But
would have been perfect to have it released during Halloween.
Oh yeah, it's still fine. I told her I didn't care about that. I was like, let's just get the darn thing out, and people can just read it on Halloween. Like it just get for a little your couch is juicy now. Yeah, Hallowfield, that's kind of what we do. We're never necessarily looking to get hired, Scoot and I mean, we'd love to just be our own bosses. We'd love to just, like, there's always things in the back of our mind, like selling enough comics or starting a Patreon for Brute Studios, or I don't know, any way we could bankroll somehow our own creativity and just have it be, you know, the core group of us making comics all the time and pumping them out. I would hustle. I would put in more work daily than I do in my job with more enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
And that's how I've always seen it. Now, if, you know, one day Scoot and me, Scoot, Corey, and Ike are Beast and B Movie Saga or something, and somebody comes up and says, hey, you know, Boom's like, hey, we like it. We want to put it out on our line. You know, we'll pay you, and we get more money from it, and, you know, keep the rights. Or if, you know, it's one of those things where later, you know, somebody comes knocking and says you want to write a backup story for the series, you know, that's fine too. That's completely. I'm not the punk rocker who never wants to sign to a major label. If Marvel comes and asks me to write a backup story for Spidey or write an issue for Spidey, I'm all over it. If I mean, I'd have to get Corey's help, but if DC came to me and asked me to write something, I'd figure it out. I can read.
Absolutely.
If you guys have been keeping up with our posts, I read a bunch of comics, so I can just switch from reading Marvel and knock out a bunch of DC books, absorb their mythos, and then churn out what I think would be a fun story. Which sometime soon, guys, I'm going to do a reveal of my bookshelves. We might even have to do a video over there where we walk around.
That'd be cool. That'd be super cool.
Because my comic shelf had to expand. The TV had to go. And it was only like a 20-inch one. It wasn't a big one to begin with, but I needed all the space I can get. And I did a count on trade, so I'll do all that. But Marvel's still like 67% of my trade collection. So I don't know.
Gotta pull up a reference on Knull real quick. I can never remember if his like ear tails are like actual hair or.
Aaron, all I ever say is if you're ever at a convention anywhere in the UK and any of the Big Punch Studio guys are there, they were just at a convention. Let me see where they were at. But if you ever see them, I need you to tell them hi from me because I am a huge fan of theirs. Actually, when I made my new comic shelves, the point was I made my shelves big enough that I have room to expand. They're not completely full, but because of that, it's spotlight shelves. So I have like Brian Michael Bendis has his own shelf for Just as Avengers, then Jonathan Hickman has a shelf, but Big Punch Studios has their own. So let me see, where did they say they were? MCM Comic Con? I don't know where that's at. There's MCM London. But they are the John Locke is such a good guy. He shouted us out. I sent him a copy of the anthology and some stickers and stuff, and he shouted us out on a live stream once.
Yeah.
There they are. They're all set up for MCM London and kicking it back in the Excel Center. So wherever that is, they're set up, and so when you go there, they don't know me by name, so it's not like you can say, "Hey, Brad Starn said hello," but just say you know a guy from
America.
From America. You have a rabid fan who backs everything you put on Kickstarter. Scoot drew some fan art of theirs once, and he liked it and shared it. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Afterlife Incorporated is such a darn good story, such a fun, original idea, and even let him play with stuff like he got to write a Sherlock Holmes story, which is super cool. Like that's kind of a fun idea to get to play with that classic character. So I've really enjoyed it, and I've been reading Seven Strings that they do as well, and they did a crossover event, which is for like an indie idea, that is beyond cool. Like Scoot and I usually stay pretty grounded. We think about, like, right now, mostly what we talk about is the first issue of B Movie Saga, how we want to thumbnail it, how we're going to go about, we got to do a script reading together, then we got to thumbnail it together, and we're talking about the stages, what we need to do, the money we need for it. But also sometimes we get wild and start talking about, like, what if in 10 years we have all this stuff going on? And, you know, I'm sitting here thinking about these like 7 different series I want to write, and how I could cross them all over, and even though they're all in their own universe. So yeah, it was cool that they actually built up I think it was several of their universes all together and put them in one big book. So if you're ever looking for fun indie comics, they're good stuff. They also make board games and stuff. If you're into that, I'm not
For
much
real?
of that. Yeah, they do board games, and they have like podcasts and all. They're kind of just a big multimedia. Like they are, when they like we say Brute Studios,
Yeah.
it is really just comics. But they're big punch studios and they're everything. Yeah, Aaron, let us know how that goes, man. Because I'd like some feedback on how you did with doing portfolios and shopping them around. And I think other than Scoots Geiger he went and showed David Finch senpai his artwork. I don't know why. How did we not have pages to show him there? How did we not think about that?
I mean, honestly, I just thought I was going to get to go up and meet him. I didn't know he'd say, "Hey, bring some artwork for me."
I expected his line to be basically like a circle pit, like you got in and got out. But even though it was crazy, like the second time we went, we were smart and went early in the morning, and we were in and out. But every time, like his line never died. It kept going and kept going and kept going, and he even was doing like remarks and stuff for some people.
Yeah. He was reviewing a lot of people's portfolios.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And that's like, man, I'm not gonna put anybody on blast because one, I don't know their names, but I saw him reviewing some arts, and it was kind of like that episode of Fresh Prince where he tries his fiance Lisa's cooking. He's like, oh damn, I swallowed it. Like, he was giving him advice, but he was being very nice about it. And then that's why I saw him talking to Scoot, and he was just like into it, and then he's like, you shouldn't have detailed that mountain, nobody knows. And that's like his only feedback. It's
I've never been that nervous
Yeah.
ever for anything.
I was gonna say we needed to do have a running joke going where we just call him Knull through this entire episode. And then it hopes that one day, like, Stegman's like, oh, there's the STARS guys. I wonder what they're doing. And he's just like,
well, never hiring them for anything.
Yeah. Just disappoint him the whole time. Oh, how'd everybody like King in Black? If you're in the chat, I know everybody read the damn thing.
Yeah,
everybody read that comic.
You said it before. Our fans kind of cross-reference.
Yeah, sure.
Stegman fans.
I think that's a good thing. Which, speaking of, Donny Cates, I remember for Absolute Carnage, I think he drew a variant cover.
Yeah.
And like people were giving him crap because it wasn't great. I'm like, first of all, dude's a writer. And it was still fun. Like it was his own thing. And then he comes out, he's like, yeah, I got a variant for Spawn. And holy crap.
It's good.
Dude, it's awesome.
So
yeah, like
his first credit at Marvel is for some artwork.
His what?
His first credit at Marvel is some artwork.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's cool. They just did ALC Press just did New York Comic Con. And they released their panel, and he talks about that.
Oh, very cool.
Somebody asked him and Stegman what their first like credit was.
Gosh, I know Finch. They his first Marvel credit was like some war book they were putting out, like a Call of Duty tie-in or something, because he was notorious for not meeting deadlines, so they put him on a book that didn't matter. Yeah. And then he did Avengers, and I remember he said he quit because he couldn't take all the hate that came with it. And I think that's coupled one. It's just people. It's people blowing hot air because him and Bendis' Avengers run is fine, and his artwork is incredible. And then Mark and I were talking about this. Is like Bendis his volume of work is impressive, and you don't have to be a fan of him. And given how much he's putting out, there's a couple of stinkers in there, especially I think near the end of his tenure at Marvel. Yeah, at the end of his tenure at Marvel, he was just, I mean, God, that guy was writing like 30 books. He was basically carrying the entire company. And some of it wasn't great, but dude, that man was firing on all cylinders with so many things. Dark Avengers is one of the best runs of anything I've ever seen. It's just so good. See, once again, only time Norman Osborn's interesting. And then there's volume 4 of Avengers, but the volume 2 of it, Infinity Quest, is such a good book. Like, it's my favorite trade. Like, you just pick it up, read it, and just, it's incredible. But that was JR though. That wasn't Finch. But I think it's like people just, it's one of those things where Bendis and Finch were superstars, and it was just easy to hate on them. Yeah. It's kind of like people on Instagram who correct Terry Crews in workout videos. Like, have you seen that guy?
Dude's pecs are bigger than my fist.
Why are you going to give gym advice to Terry Crews? Get out of here, man. And like,
I think too, because Finch's artwork is so dark, like, in Marvel, usually they have a lot of
Yeah, oh, it's bright in color, yeah,
bright
man, for
and
sure.
colorful artwork. And
But I gotta say, for the arc he wrote for Breakout, that he disassembled and Breakout that he did of Avengers with Bendis,
yeah,
perfect. Because first Breakout takes place after Electro goes nuts and like does like an EMP burst and frees everybody in the raft. So it's at night, it's dark, stormy, in the middle of a prison. So his artwork fit perfectly. Now, like when they were doing Infinity Quest, and it was more like based on the colors of the stones, was a lot of played into it. John Romita's worked a lot better, you know. But yeah, Finch. I mean, the guy I subscribed to Wonder Woman for like 2 years because of his name.
mm-hmm.
And Artsy, we met David Finch and Meredith Finch for that matter
yeah,
at Memphis Comic Expo 2019.
it was also super.
Yeah, they were both just the sweetest people. They were so nice and very cool.
Yeah, the cool thing about it's like, so one of our local comic shops, Comics and Collectibles, they're the ones that put on that show.
Yeah.
And they got some pull.
Yeah, man, oh my God, 2020 guys.
Jeffries, Brian, Angelo. Hey man, how's it going?
2020.
Welcome.
They had so many people, and I'm the biggest one. Scoot and I, they announced Mark Bagley, and we were losing our minds. I was like, we're abandoning our booth the first day to go meet Mark Bagley. Like, I want to throw rose petals in his path as he walks, you know. I'll be over like, Mr. Bagley, you need some coffee, sir? You want something? Where do you from New York? I'll be back. Like, you know, like I was so ready to meet him. They had so many good people. There was I think they were trying to get Scott Snyder and Capullo together there.
Greg Capullo was announced, wasn't
he? Yeah, and
yeah, he was.
Maybe one year they were there. Or I think Scott
Snyder was there, but Greg Capullo was announced for that year.
Yeah, and man, they were just like announcing folks left and right. And I think this year, Donnie is the guy's name. Good guy. He, I think it was so wishy-washy, or he wasn't wishy-washy. The climate was wishy-washy to where it looked like everything was going to clear up, then it didn't, then it did, and then it didn't. We didn't know what we were going to have to do, and he was playing it safe, and then I think it got too late in the year for like to book folks.
Yeah.
And then a lot of folks were still being very cautious, so I can see why he didn't do it this year, but God, I hope it's back next year because it's really fun.
And it's a good convention, one, because it's local to us, but two, they're pulling in big names, and because it's just here in Memphis, it's not like Comic-Con or anything like that. Like, they're accessible. Like, you can get to them and meet them and talk to them and have a conversation with them. Remember when what's his name? X-Men writer Claremont.
Chris Claremont.
When he was leaving, he was just telling everybody bye, walking by the tables, and
super nice. I met Gene Haw there and I got a Cyclops sketch from him.
I think Gene Haw's been there almost every year.
Yeah, because I remember when it first started, it was literally nothing but like local creators of the Mid-South. It was really cool. Don't get me wrong. I loved that. And it still is heavily that. But then one year they got George Perez, and that was a huge deal. We met him. Super nice guy. Hate the picture that we took with him. But super nice guy. But then then after that, they started getting more and more people, and Claremont was the big one. And dude, he probably made 20 grand that weekend.
Oh God, easily.
He was not counting the fee to get him there. Like, he was cleaning house. The first dude in line, because it was like, I think it was like the first few books he'd do like the first 5 books for $5, and after that it was so much. And dude, clearing out house, and talking to everyone. I don't know how he got through his line. He was just cranking through. Super nice guy. I got a wonderful awkward picture with him because they kind of surprised me, just like, picture, and I turned and I was like, I don't know how to stand, and it was great. I got your reference, Aaron. He said no, it's his cousin Marvin Bagley. He's looking for something new. Bagley. Oh,
Marvin Bagley.
Yeah. I can't wait because what, you okay?
Just bit the eraser again.
Eye on camera. We have our cousin Nathan, who's sometimes in the chat. He described. He said he's a counselor, and he said the basic definition, the basic, like, you can almost narrow it down. It's not perfect, but he said introverts recharge by themselves, extroverts recharge with others, and I am a super extrovert. I am a psychic vampire. I like to be around people. I like to absorb energy. I like to be in the thick of things, talking to people, meeting new folks, being loud, dancing around. So conventions are my jam.
Yeah.
I love being at conventions. And then once you're on the other side of the table, it's never the same. Like you can wander around conventions and they're okay, but being behind the table and like selling stuff and just meeting people that way is so fun. You can't go back. So we gotta get more conventions. And if somebody waves their magic wand or uses one of their wishes to get rid of COVID, and suddenly we can all go back and do stuff, we're planning. We got to hit at least a convention a month or something. Like, I don't care if that's what forces you to quit your job. That's what it'll be.
So what? A lot of conventions, of course, people that run the conventions, they're talking about what they're going to do next year and how they're opening up. And I think at the beginning of the year, like, that's a conversation Brad and I are going to have. That's all right. Let's make the list of what we're doing. Let's go ahead and buy these spots and just be done. Be ready.
We'll try. We'll if we do that, we'll have a stream where we just talk about it, and then you guys can give us suggestions on where to go.
Yeah.
I think we go into Tripoli PowerCon in Iowa, probably. They'll have it's just Captain Iowa is the only person there.
They're very proud.
Oh, Bradula. I'll take that, man. It's better than Bard. Yeah, I told somebody I was a psychic vampire once, joking, and they kind of looked at me and thought I was serious, and I was like, yeah, no. Oh yeah, Hayashi, if you ever get to meet David Finch, he's definitely a credit to your country for sure.
Yeah.
Just as nice. They have beautiful horses and giant dogs too.
He's at is it Calgary Fan Expo or something like that this weekend?
Yeah, that's what he said. He was at Calgary Expo,
okay.
Yeah. I think I've done a couple of big races this year. Like last weekend, last Saturday I ran a 50K in just Pocahontas, Tennessee. It's middle of Tennessee, and
he ran just around the river bend.
Just around there was savages everywhere, but not the type they mean.
They're barely even human.
But how did I not catch that? Damn. But they have like boots and stuff, mainly, of course, peddling like shoes and outdoor places and fitness stuff, and recovery like physical therapy places. But walking around those gave me a sense of like a convention. And as much as I love running and stuff, those aren't the conventions I want to go to. I want to go to comic conventions. So it was just not the same, but it was still fun.
And what's funny, like that first convention, man, we were nervous. We didn't know what to expect, and then afterwards we're like, this was fucking rad.
Yeah.
And it'd be super cool now since we kind of have this community going, and we're getting a little bit more known. Obviously we're not crazy known, but it'd be cool to like see people that we've been talking to and meet some of you guys out in the wild.
Aaron said, I can't lie, I thought you said I did some big races. Well,
at this point, Brad will take anything.
Yeah, I would beat them up. We're like, have we talked about that before when Jack Kirby was drawing Captain America and three guys called him and said he should meet him downstairs, and they'd show him what a real Nazi would do to him, so he rolled up his sleeves and walked out there to fight all three of them, and they left.
Yeah.
Oh, if only.
Jacked Kirby.
Yeah. Coming together pretty good.
Yeah, I'm digging this one so far. I've only drawn Knull one time, and it was fun to do, but he's, believe it or not, a tricky character to draw, because you can go to Joker, like he can look too Joker, or you can actually he'll look too comical, because he's got a big mouth and a big face and sharp teeth, and his haircuts like the 90s skater haircut, undercut. But so it's kind of hard to just make sure you make him look menacing. But I think one of the things I really like about the design is Ryan Stegman draws through him a lot with kind of these like tired looking eyes. Like he's got really heavy eyelids.
Yeah.
So it
Mostly
kind of
sleeping for most of the
yeah,
past
like
3,000 years.
I think it's a cool design that actually makes it easy to set them apart.
Yeah. He's just a big dude normally. I'm still salty, like, spoiler alert, I still like push up my glasses, break out the actually, get on my nerdy high horse and gallop into the sunset that he killed the Century. I don't care if he's weak to electricity. Thor, it should not be able to fight him. Century is way stronger.
Yeah.
And but I get it. You want to make your big bad look big bad. You take out someone else bigger and badder. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed Absolute Carnage more than I did.
Oh yeah, for sure. I absolutely. And I mean, King in Black was a little more thrill ride to me. It was a little more just like an action packed, like
it was balls to the wall.
Yeah, it was just like somebody was just jamming in like every pedal and drop D, whatever, just metal guitar the whole time.
Guar was playing.
Why don't you join the band? Like but he what he did best was he had fun with that, and then he brought it home with 200. 200 was so good. Yeah, Century will surely come back. He can't die. The Void won't let him die. But the also, if we ever have the Brute Studios con, I hope you guys are ready for our anthem, which is "Carry On, Wayward Son," covered by Guar.
Not Kansas.
Not Kansas. Theirs doesn't exist anymore. Their cover isn't as good as Guar's original. Sometimes people cover a song and it becomes their own, and that is definitely true with that. I think we just started playing that when we were going to the first Memphis Comic Expo.
Yeah.
And it kind of became our anthem, our weird anthem for comic stuff.
Well, I think before then, didn't we played it when you and I went to Florida again?
Oh yeah, that's when we first started getting like pulling stuff together.
Started getting serious.
Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of been slacking on writing, guys. I'm not too proud of it, but it's like work's been beating me up, and then admittedly, I also got like I was coming up on the end of my 50K training, so I was pushing hard on like working out and maintaining. And like last week, all I did, I only ran, I had a couple of days where I ran like 3 to 5 miles, not much at all, and I was just making sure I was eating right and making sure like I was resting. And so I was reading a bunch of comics and just kind of relaxing to get ready for that race. Because if you don't know, I had to run for like 8 hours. So it was a work day of running.
You did it though.
Oh, several people have asked, I'm so sorry.
What?
Any update on the Fathom cover?
Oh, so
don't stop drawing.
I'm not.
Keep working, Horde.
I'm not. I need to get closer. My keyboard's blocking me. So the Fathom cover. Did you guys hear how Brad just called me a whore because I stopped drawing? That's the kind of shit I have to deal with.
Oh, you fire Corey every 3 days. Twice a day usually.
Yeah, usually. I haven't fired him today though. So like the rest of the world, comics and stuff have been hit with the lag and delay in shipping and stuff like that because of materials and all that. So unfortunately, they got hit by that too. However, I think on the next update show, which will be Tuesday, I think that we're going to hear that it's ready. Because the last update show, which was this past Tuesday, basically they talked about everything's at printers and everything's going. So hopefully maybe by the end of this month, maybe in a week or two. If not, it'll be early next month is what I suspect. But if I had to guess, that's what I would say. But that book it'll be shipped directly to me. So yeah. I don't have to wait for it to get to Aspen and then them send it to me. So it's just going to be a pallet of comics. Well, a pallet, I guess 200 comics is really just a box. Yeah. It'll be a
Thanksgiving miracle when it shows up.
Yeah.
Not for Matt and Hayashi though.
But just I mean, as soon as it arrives, you guys will know. It'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody that's already pre-ordered it.
Yeah. It's, I'm not sure, but I think we've made our money back. So now it's just sell them and have fun. And we have, because of course we're gonna put some up in our local comic shops, and because of that, Scoop might have a retailer variant here in Memphis, because one of the comic shop owners was salty we didn't consult with them, and I was like, man, we did this all on our own. It was four little guys and Matt Nick helping us out. So we didn't, but he was saying he wanted a Scoot cover for his shop for 901 Comics here in Memphis, and
Which
so
I'm down for.
we might be doing that soon. We being, I'll sit behind Scoot, just the grandma's boy, shit's week hype man.
If you guys haven't guessed by now, Brad's #1 hype man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have to carry it too much anymore. Space Venom does it all on his own.
Space Venom.
I used to have to make alternate Instagram accounts just to log in and give Scoot more likes, and now he gets them all on his own. Yes, 901 Comics profit. Because I know Shannon, and he was like, "Hey man, why didn't you come to me?" I was like, because we do stuff on our own. But he's a super cool guy. I used to love, we did the comic club before COVID, and that was really fun. Unfortunately, he's doing it on Wednesdays. They just revived it.
Oh, did they?
And they're doing it on Wednesdays though, and that's run group night, so I can't miss that. But
that'd be cool. I mean, if that happens, obviously I'll post up and I'll let you guys know what it is.
Yeah, and
they're cool.
To do something like Spawn, to be honest, because I think you could go crazy on that.
I go crazy like on a King Spawn variant.
And then Iker could have a Spawn, or Corey could have a Spawn inked cover.
But I know, they, because of their history, they have ties with Marvel and stuff. So, because then they used to do all that stuff with Stan Lee back in the day.
Oh yeah, Jamie, the other owner, he used to do signing things to where he had like casual pictures with Stan Lee, not just like, hey, here's our photo, we're gonna take and we're done. I remember he was talking one day and he said Umberto, and I was like, who? And he's like,
Ramos.
Yeah, and I was like, and so he I think he's been trying to get him to come to 901 to do a signing, so that was pretty cool.
I'll be there.
Yeah, oh yeah, all day. But
has my head gotten shot any this time?
No, you're doing good.
That's good, because I adjusted the camera a little bit.
Headshot, killing spree, rampage. You're the Moon Master.
Got Aqua Team?
We saw your Power 9 cards. Prophet, do we know you by a different name? It seems like you're local, and I'm somehow I'm not recognizing the name. Yeah, it would be cool to do. I mean, even retailer variants would just be awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's and I don't know what he would want Scoot to do. It's funny because Shannon and I have absolutely almost no crossover in comic taste. Like every time I mention something, he's like, "Oh my god, you read that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a great comic." He's like, "That's a terrible comic," and then like he'll mention he likes something, and I've threatened to picket his shop with a sign that says "In Hickman We Trust" because he doesn't like Jonathan Hickman. Yeah, Aaron. Humberto Ramos is awesome. I love him doing Spidey, and I think he stopped just recently, and I hope that means he's doing something creator owned, because that would be crazy fun.
His Spidey he's made for Spidey.
Yeah, and I'm guilty of like some of my favorite writers. It takes me forever to branch out. And like I'll read Hickman forever, and then I won't read any of his like indie stuff, any of his creator owned stuff. And like I've been doing that recently. Scott Snyder really inspired me from taking his course, and so I've been reading like Tinian's. I read Something's Killing the Children.
Are those still going?
Yeah, it moved. The one for this week got moved to next week or Saturday or something. Or I think I got moved to today maybe. But but I've been moving in and doing that, and like sometimes I get so caught up. I'm like, yeah, I like Ramos doing Spider-Man because his Spider-Man's so awesome, or I like Hickman writing X-Men and I'm really enjoying it. then you read their stuff where it's just whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's a complete, like, you can't get me wrong. I love playing, like, them playing in the Marvel sandbox or DC's. But man, when they get to just cut loose, like, I started reading Witches today by Scott Snyder, and it is just wild, just so much fun. So yeah, I've been trying to do that, is pick my favorite writers or artists and then find their solo work, and then get more into that recently. Let's see. She said, man, totally off topic, but I've been staring at the Ghost Rider sketch I got. Still the craziest shit I've ever gotten.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it.
It was a.
I want to do something like that again too, because one of the things we've always said is if we get any kind of fame, we want to share it with people that have supported us. And you know, I think you've probably supported us the longest, back from just when we just used to do the Instagram lives. But yeah, man, there's plenty of folks in here that are constantly in here supporting us, constantly sending me messages saying, "Hey, that art you put up is dope." You know, and you got, you know, like Matt sending us money to help with the Fathom cover. Like that stuff's crazy, man. Like that's the stuff that makes me want to say, "Hey, let's draw a picture for them." You know, I don't. Obviously, I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of means to do stuff like that for other people, but I got a pencil and paper, and people like my artwork, so I can do stuff like that.
Yeah, and we also say that, man, every time we're like, we're gonna do a drawing, and none of the normal folks, none of the regulars win. Like, you guys are in here every stream, on every post. I mean, we talk to half of you guys, if not more, outside of the streams and posts, you know, kind of keeping our little community going. And it's always like, all right, well, Hayashi had 30 entries. Like, oh, you pay $1 and you get an entry. And then it's like, Aaron had 400. And then it's like, well, here's Jim Bob 73 who liked one post, and it was this one, and he won. And like, I swear it's like a racket. So sometimes we got to support the Scoot Squad and just do a gimme.
I think too, we've thrown it back and forth with giveaways, saying that, you know, you have to be in the stream, have to be in the chat to win. So maybe we'll actually do that for the next one, you know.
Yeah, or like give away a code word or something. Yeah, you have to come follow me on Instagram and DM me. Cyclops was always cool. Prophet says, yes, you guys know me. Scoot did the Gwen Venom comic for me. Prophet said that.
Oh, okay. The one I drew on stream.
Sweet.
Yeah, I knew you were local.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
I mean, I guess I knew you were local because you had a Memphis address.
That's true, yeah. Go back and watch the chat, and like everybody who's in the chat regularly, do a giveaway for them. Because I'd suck it up. I mean, we got a care patch coming to Aaron and Matt anyway, so we could get him a drawing in there. Yeah, man, Prophet, we're trying. Like I said, we gotta get with Iker and see, because he's not even in like our chat. He's been so busy, he hasn't been joking around. We have to like purposefully make fun of like Mustangs or talk about how unimportant coloring is to get him to participate in the chat. Yeah. It's just because he took a promotion at work and it's been taking up a good portion of his time. He's also been,
but yeah, good enough for him. Like that's his dream job,
yeah,
you know.
He's not suffering. He's probably stressing some, but it's a good stress. So it's definitely not a bad gig, and we definitely don't flaw him for it by any means. I mean, we all wish we had jobs that we were happily stressed about.
Because I'm definitely not happy at my job.
Oh.
At all.
Justin and I walked out the door 6 or 7 times a day. Oh, Chromo Comic is in his area too, so we'll have to send him stuff too.
Oh, really, dude? His colors.
Me, but I'm sure he knows Scoot.
His colors are crazy good.
He does all the colors of your head sketches, right? He said he likes to warm up on them.
Yeah. Then Tartan Ninja's been doing a lot of stuff.
He said he's in Florida. He's definitely suffering. Matt sent me a DM that said Cyclops is always cool.
He's already entered.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw him a Cyclops picture. I drew one picture of Cyclops once back in the day, and like this tiny. Well, I probably draw more in my day, but like when I was actually trying to draw, I drew one of them. It's really tricky, like because I'm still trying to learn like head and anatomy and everything, and then you have to stick a visor on there, and it just feels off.
Yeah, I've still I had a guy reach out to me on Instagram a couple days ago asking about artwork, like critiquing his artwork.
Yeah,
And
nice.
it's crazy because I send him some critiques, but I always still feel kind of like, who am I to send?
Yeah.
Who am I to send critiques on people's artwork? Like, I'm still nobody.
Oh yeah, but you got skill. I mean, so at least you got skills that show. I hope one day somebody comes to me like, "Can you proof this script?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, bring it in."
Gotcha, bro.
I think I'd like doing that. I think if Brood Studios ever became something where I was like the writer, I was head of the bullpen, but other people were writing, I would be the editor because I love reading over people's stuff and then not even finding what they did wrong, but finding ways to enhance it and make it stronger. Like, hey man, this dialogue's okay, but I think if you did this, it would flow better. Or hey, I don't think you need the dialogue here. Or hey, this how did you get from point A to point B? It feels like it's a little muddy, things like that. I love it.
I think you'd be good at that, though.
He said, I also have a Wolverine versus Hulk drawing Scoot did in 2017 at Memphis Comic Con. Whoa, like,
wait, you have the...
You weren't his first commission, were you?
No.
I was like, oh my
I think
gosh.
it was it's the blue lines, right? I think I remember selling that. It was the blue lines that I had in my portfolio from the original that
Nice.
Yeah.
I like when Roland was there and he wanted to buy every page of B Movie Saga and Atlas you had. He was like, how much? Just tell me. Like, we're not ready to give these up.
Not ready to give this up yet, bro.
I'm trying to get Dale. Dale, of course, was the artist and co-creator and writer, like, for the Dragon Templar. I'm trying to get him to I was offered to buy it, one of the first pages from our first story, so I can frame it up.
He needs to gift you one.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I need to get the B Movie Saga pinup too. That's yours.
Oh yeah, I gotta bring a portfolio over here, man. Or have you come over. Well, like I said, we'll stream at my house one day and we'll do a tour because like my living room is a physical manifestation of my brain. Because on one side it is just wall to ceiling comics, and then the other side is just my squat rack and workout equipment. So it's just like I do whatever. I'm like those old they used to show Beast and he's hanging upside down reading a book. It's like that's what I'm doing. I'm just like over there just like curling while reading with a comic in one hand. Oh man, he bought that Hulk and Wolverine for his youngest, says daughter.
That's cool.
What a good dad then. Swelled at buying art for somebody. We've had a couple of people who come up and they have kids they're getting into it, which is fun.
Yeah, always cool.
I always like when parents, I don't, maybe it's because I was always so close to, I guess all of us, we were all so close to our parents,
Yeah.
I always said like I never had the embarrassing like, oh, I'm embarrassed of my parents during high school. Like I'm like, my parents are coming to pick me up. Like that's like the highlight of my day. Like I love my parents, so I like when I see people. We've got like a father or daughter who run are part of our run group, and I just love that they get out and run together and they have that kind of bond. So it's good. Oh, is the B Movie Saga pin up in Corey in the folder so Corey can ink it?
I think it is.
Yeah, it should be. Scoot says, let me
Should be. Actually, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, why the hell hasn't he inked that?
He was doing the
I think that's why.
He had a deadline. Corey, if you guys don't know, I don't know if he can talk about the project, but he had a project he was paid to do, and they gave him an absurd amount of stuff to do.
Absurd amount.
And he smashed it while still doing other stuff on the side for us, and now he finally got to the pile, and he's been enjoying that.
Because most of these head sketches that you guys have seen me posting, like Corey has to ink those because they're commissioning him to ink them.
Yeah.
This one right here will be going to Corey.
Yeah, I liked it. Even when you don't post stuff up about that, people are like, oh man, this is great. When is Corey inking it? Like, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Like, we're only a few commissions away from just needing like one of those pneumatic tubes to just oh, we're done with artwork, and drop it in the tube and it goes straight to his house.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're just an hour in. Damn, we're doing good.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I could have a large, maybe that's what I need to do with Vistaprint, a large banner of Cyclops from like the Savage Land issues where he's just like in a tiny Speedo hanging right above me to inspire me to do more pull-ups.
Hey, fatty, one more.
He said we collect comics and go to archery, shooting, hunting, and fishing together. Sweet.
Jeez, that's awesome.
Well, no one break into your house. Got Clint Barton and Kate Bishop out there ready to take you down. Dungeon Jest is getting set up at the. Oh, okay. Cool. That's gonna be super fun. I got a couple of books, or I think I've got at least one that Corey contributed to. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Corey. I did not see your name credited in there, which kind of sucks. I still think we should Mike Wazowski him and just put the barcode right over his name for whatever we do. I don't know. I think oh god, I don't know. I don't know when your next day off is, or
Monday.
Hey, wouldn't be a bad day to hang out and do thumbnailing. Or we could also do it on a day where you work and you could come out to my house, but
yeah, that's true.
Be a little more relaxed. But we need to thumbnail soon, because I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna read the script for B Movie Saga 1. Then we're going to thumbnail it, and that'll kind of give us the groundwork, and Scoot's going to start. And I think whenever he starts page 1, we're going to post it. Not the whole page, of course. We're just going to post up that he's starting it, probably with maybe a rough outline on the page. And then after that, we're gonna do that to keep us honest, so that you guys will know when we start, and you can know to keep hammering Scoot about it, asking him how the progress is going, because these commissions are awesome, but we need we got
a goal.
We need sequentials.
Ultimately, I took those headshot commissions just because I needed some extra money, and the goal is to get to where I don't have to take those anymore, because I'm making money on pages. So,
or you're taking those as extra.
Yeah,
you're just doing those.
Because don't get me wrong, I love doing commissions. Like hearing what some people have as ideas, they're a lot of fun, and I actually miss doing big commissions.
Yeah,
I just don't have the time to do comic work and commissions.
And that, I mean, if you were ever full-time pages, then you could do commissions on the side for sure.
Yeah, for sure. My free time is so few and far between.
Yeah. You can hustle only so much. Well, we'll get there, and I think we'll get that going, and then we'll do one of the streams, because we'll always do probably commissions on stream.
Yeah.
So you'll have stuff to do, and it'll always be something in between, but I still think we're going to do the first fight scene, at least one of the pages on stream. Because the fight scene's really not going to spoil anything. A character fighting a bunch of aliens, and so it's not going to be anything to the story, especially because you won't see the words. But it'll be fun just to see the layout. I mean, shoot, we could probably stretch that over several streams, like lay it out one time. Like,
yeah, because there ain't no way I could draw a whole page in 2 hours.
Yeah.
There ain't no a way I can draw a page in 8 hours, right?
But well, I mean, like it would even be fun to do it in waves, like 1 week, because I think it starts on like page 11 or something. The fight starts, so you could plan it ahead, and then we could rough it out while you're still working on the other pages.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you could come in and work on that one. Then just be like, hey, this is a continuation, and then you could break it up in between, like. Because it won't be, if the Scoot Squad remembers the dark times when we were all watching him do the Sinister Sauron piece, for like 7 years. I think that was all of 2019. We just, every time he's like, we're going to stream them, please don't be sinister. So, oh my God.
It's because I was having ink.
And you don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore. And again, it's not that I don't like to ink. Got other shit I need to do.
We've got an inker.
You see Corey's fix my my inks on.
Yeah, so he said he fixed, so you inked that.
I inked that.
He made it better.
Oh, yeah. What a jerk. What a jerk. Just kidding, Corey. You're really good. Really good at what you do. I really need somewhere to put that mouse.
You found a place. Right on where's that going? You know what state or?
It's going to Corey.
Oh, okay.
I've got a bunch of stuff that's going to Corey, but that was the one I was waiting on to send him.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be able to.
When are you mailing that?
Do it tomorrow if I need to. If not, I can do it Monday.
Let me know, because I do want to send him a few copies of the Dragon Templar.
Okay.
Oh, Philip's in the chat now. Philip,
Hey,
I haven't seen you in so long, buddy. I hope your
buddy.
arms is healing all right. I'm gonna be in the Smokies November 5th, 6th, and 7th. I'll be thinking about you as I'm hiking the trail that we failed on together. I think he's going or went to St. Louis, going soon or going this little trip planned.
That's cool.
Yeah.
St. Louis is fun.
The weirdest national park because it's just a big concrete jungle. So what was the verdict? Did Knull have eyebrows?
It's kind of hard to tell because he's always in a shadow. So I'm giving him eyebrows.
Oh, okay. He just got back from St. Louis.
Oh, cool.
Do anything crazy or fun? I mean, you don't like heights. I can't imagine you went up in the arch and had a good time. Because I didn't realize. Oh my God. So we went to Klingman's Dome, which is the highest point in Tennessee. And it's on top of a mountain and it's a big tower. And Philip was like hiding in the middle because he didn't want to. And he finally got brave enough to walk towards the edge, and I go like a madman because I'm just running circles around because I'm excited, and I act like I'm gonna tackle him over the ledge. I don't think he's also like altitude sick too.
He's like, take me home.
He was not having fun that day. Oh, Philip, I hope his arm got better because it's still 1-1 against that dude in wrestling. You gotta go back for revenge.
Hope your arm gets better. You still suck at Smash.
Oh my God. Especially since he moved out.
Ugh. I haven't played since he moved out.
I don't think I've played since. I might have played Melee since your birthday party in 2019.
Jeez.
Nice, dude. Did you take a picture in front of the beetle? Because
yeah.
Fun fact: the St. Louis Zoo has an insectorium, and in front of it is a giant rhinoceros beetle statue that I took a picture of him. It was when Scoot and I were, gosh, years ago trying to come up with a comic idea, and I was in that insectorium, and it kind of inspired me to start working on the Atlas beetle. And so when Scoot went to St. Louis a little while later, he took a picture in front of it too. We'll have to post those up one day, maybe bring him into a chat, but that's kind of where Atlas was born, was we had this idea for it.
Yeah.
It's because we're like, insects are awesome. I mean, Spidey's cool, and there's other ones, but kind of sprung out of that. Got a little common rider in there, some big bad Beetleborgs.
And I definitely didn't reference them at all.
Oh yeah, it's just a cool design. I mean,
yeah. A lot of people asked me if I was influenced by it. I was like, no.
Insects have a lot of like cool natural armor look that makes them into fun characters.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it just comes through naturally. You could fight those kids, Philip. You are way taller than you were bigger than them. Should have fought those kids off of it. I think Nolan and I have the same hair. His is just longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys in the chat, let me know if y'all want. Let Brad know if y'all want him to be Knull for Halloween.
Oh my god. Beat my recurring joke of being Dr. Manhattan every year.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna dress up as at all because we're having our little party and then we're having a Halloween run.
Oh, cool.
So I've got to find something that's comfortable enough to run in. I wanted to just get the bunny hood from
Cool.
Ocarina of Time and run in that, but I wasn't sure if anybody would do that.
You go and like 5 other people have a bunny hood.
Hey, profit. Smoky Mountains are mountains. The Hayashi's sketching Spidey now. Good. You should always be drawing Spidey. Yeah, but Tennessee does not have a lot of elevation. T.O. Fuller has elevation here in Memphis, and it's awful. Big Hill Pond has elevation, and that's where I ran my 50K. But I mean, think about that. Over 31 miles of running, I got 4,100 feet of elevation gain. So it's still not a ton. Run in overalls. I'm going to go as Captain Iowa. Oh my god, he said they had a Prairie Farms ice cream shop at Six Flags.
What?
I almost jumped up and left. Like almost got in my car and started heading towards St. Louis.
It's funny. I'll probably never ever see that, but because on the way to Florida, every time we go to Disney World, we pass Six Flags in Atlanta, and Ashley and I are always like, "Oh, look, we're already here. We're at Disney World." You know, we're always making fun of it. So I don't think I'll ever go to a Six Flags.
Yeah, we went to one, didn't we? Because the one had the Screaming Eagle or something. Was that St. Louis?
St. Louis, yeah.
Philip, did you ride the Screaming Eagle? It's a Woody, so I feel like you'd want to ride it. Ayo. Inappropriate in the chat. Yeah, that was
a long time ago.
Yeah, I wish Opryland was still around in its original form. That was a baller little theme park. I still think moms have like PTSD from riding. Was it Hangman?
The Hangman, yeah.
Oh, see, Amanda's got it right. She said dress as Naruto, like maybe Guy Sensei. That's who I'd want to be.
So Brack can run with his arms behind his back.
Yeah, that's we always joke about that at Run Group. I don't think the bunny hood works. I'm not the fastest person. But tomorrow we'll run a relay, which I know this is usually comic chats, but guys, I love running. And we're doing a 50K tomorrow, but it's 5 of us, and so we're only running 10K a piece. So it's just like a little 6.2 and 2 miler, 6.2 miler. And so we're just gonna light out. It's gonna be fun, just fast and furious. Like everybody's just got like a quick 45 to 50 minutes of running, and then it's done, and you're gonna be running faster because you're trying not to let your teammates down. It's gonna be a good time. Springtime of youth, yep. Dip into the springtime of youth, as Guy Sensei taught us. Open up that death gate and go just a little faster. Matt Nick says, here's a rant. Out of the blue this week, random DM asks me, hey, you interested in doing some coloring work? I say, based on time, maybe, what's the project, etc. He gives me the lowdown and asks for page rates. I tell him. His response was per page. I said, I think it's more than fair, and he debated me about work versus page rate. Oh my god. Scoot had a guy recently who was trying to get him to draw a book for him, and he was very persistent. Gotta admire the persistence the guy had.
He really wanted me to draw that book. And you know, like, not to toot my own horn, but I have a lot of people reach out to me about drawing their book for them. Like I get a few a week, and I always feel kind of bad because, you know, I've seen Brad in their predicament where they're like,
yeah,
you know,
we writers are thirsty for an artist.
Yeah, and you know, you could find that artist where like, oh, that person draws how I want them to draw, and you know, most people that reach out to me, they're like, man, you draw in the style that I want. And I'm like, sorry, man, I'm working on my own thing already. Like, and I kind of feel bad every time I have to tell them that, because I know what I feel what they're going through.
Yeah, man, I've reached out to people like that's I've reached out to a few people and then like they're always busy and then like when you buckshot and just post that you need an artist, you get the thirsty artists instead of the ones who are like, you know, scooting. It's just such a game. That's why I try to find people and kind of like this the community I'm in where hey, well this guy needs a book to draw. I've got something for him, but man, I don't know. Oh yeah, Aaron, you always get the will you design my tattoo?
Yeah, always.
Nobody ever asked me that for my after they hear I'm a writer. I don't know what the writer version of that is. Like, we write my speech.
We write my
Speeches,
speech.
speeches are, hey, can you write this eulogy for me? Yeah, man, I got you. I know people ask me to help write cover letters a lot, and that's annoying. I'm not. Why do I don't want to write a cover letter for myself, let alone help someone else write one. That Todd McFarlane is looking for artists and toy painters.
Yeah, I saw that.
That'd be nuts to work for him. Oh, I hope you really do have an essay due tomorrow. That's dude. If you write an essay over like a 3 week period, is it really is it really right? I had here, at least here in America, most colleges require you to take some form of like public speaking class, and usually it's like a first or second semester. Like you take it your freshman year of college, and I kept trying to get into it, and I kept not being able to get into it, and so I took it like I think my second semester, my junior year. So I get in there, there's all these like fresh faced, doe eyed like freshmen and I'm in there this junior who's like I do public speaking never bothered me, and then I've been doing it through all of my different courses already, plus I did them in France when I was studying there in French, and so like there's no like we're doing all these like beginner speeches and I just don't even care. My teacher's like, yeah, well, just so you know, if you try to write these speeches the day before and present them the next day, you're not gonna pass this class. And I was like, challenge accepted. And I literally wrote every single speech. Then I would, because I worked mornings during that time on Sundays, and I'd write it Sunday night, go in Monday morning and deliver my speech. And I passed that class with like a 98. So that dude can get on my level. One time I was half drunk and then realized I was supposed to take Philip home. And I was like in the middle of drinking. I was like, oh shit. Sobered up, took Philip home, got home, finished my writing, and just went to bed. But I think my senior year, my last paper, I had to write a 25-page research paper on language because I was taking an American English class, which was really fascinating because American English is something else. Just how it pulls from all these different languages, and I mean, because English in general is a very interesting language, how it formed, and then how influential French was on the English language because of like the monarchy of England and things like that. And then just how trends pull in, and then how like America being like this weird melting pot and bringing in all these different cultures affected the English language, and then how regionally and all. So it was really fun, and I did mine based on like formal and informal speech in certain settings, and I had to write a 25-page paper, and I did that thing the night before. I wrote 25 pages with sources, with references, with research in like under 7 hours, and it's just, man, diamonds are made under pressure. You just have to finish. And
we've always been procrastinating.
yeah, Now Philip said diamonds are made under pressure. Oh my god. Aaron asked if the guy heckling giving Matt trouble was terrific in his name.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
hope not. Yeah,
Is that
Matt.
is that dude still around?
Oh god, I hope not. I don't know. Blocked him.
Yeah, me too.
I think anybody out there, like Corey's been doing that. He's been getting a lot of people asking him for page rates and stuff and quoting. And I know he's had a few people where he threw out a number. We won't discuss numbers, but Corey threw out numbers and they didn't take it. And it's sort of like when Scoot started doing commissions, and Scoot didn't know what prices to throw out, and so I would give him prices because I buy original art, and I was like, dude, quote them this, and if they don't take it, that's on them. And you may throw out, you're gonna do a couple of times where you shoot too high, and sometimes where you shoot too low, and you're gonna be in the middle of a project and go, I should have charged them more for this, and then sometimes you're going to scare somebody off because you quoted too much.
Yeah.
But that's just part of it, and you'll eventually find where it's at. And man,
It's definitely.
I don't care if you think you're a beginner or if you're like, man, I'm middle of the pack. I'm not even the best. If you can get it done and hit a deadline, do not sell yourself short. Get out there and work it out and be like, I mean, you may be like down the line, and the guy comes back to you like, man, I've improved. Here's my rate. It's even better because I shot you too high last time. Let's do something together, But
I'm always I always fear that I'm charging too much, and then when I'm drawing it, I'm like, I charge too little. Because obviously, I mean, I'm known for the detail I put into everything, and that detail, it takes a lot of time.
yeah.
So like my current headshot prices, they're $60. It's a known thing, so I don't mind saying it on here. They're $60 for just a penciled headshot.
About 2.5 hours of work, 3
So
maybe.
yeah, I usually put about 2 hours into them, and that to me, if I do it right, that's $30 an hour. That's pretty darn good, and that's what you want. You want to be able to say, okay, I could live off of that. But I went back and I looked at my. I used to have a pricing chart that I would send people for commissions, and that pricing chart um, had headshots and torso ups and full body, and I also had the prices on there for inks and pencils because I was doing them. That's not happening now. But I had on there the pencils headshots for $25, and that was for the 9x12 like I do now, and it's way too low. Like it's just way too low for how much time I put into it.
Yeah.
So you really got to take into account your time, because man, that's the main part.
Yeah, because it's not even, especially if you color digitally or even with Scoot, material is cheap. Lead and paper is cheap. So there's no like factoring in materials. You're not building a house. Probably a little different with inking because I know inks can run expensive, but
Yeah.
I don't even consider. I think the main thing you need to think about is your time, the amount of time, because all of us in here, out here hustling, we all got day jobs. Some of you guys have kids. Some of you have a basketball team. So you have to think like, not only am I putting in my creative time, I'm giving up time in general, and time is incredibly precious. So think about stuff like that, and like I said, some people you're going to throw it out and they're not going to want to do it. They're not going to bite,
Which is fine.
and that's fine. Just let it go. They're not Marvel, they're not DC, they're not Image. Just, hey, you're not right for the job. Okay, bye. But yeah.
Like, I don't even know what I would charge right now for a page, because I know what Brad pays me for a page, and I think it's fair. So, I mean, I'd probably, I guess.
Oh, you're not getting paid as much on the next one. I found out I overpaid you on the anthology.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I give you way more. But there's still
But
things
also wouldn't require it if it was just us.
Yeah.
But,
like Corey, I think I'll finally get to give him a little when we help him with the printer. Yeah, I think the most important thing with with a deal like that is, one, you have to make a price and stick to it and hit a deadline, and two, they have to pay up. And that's important. That's why it was so important for me to pay Scoot, because even though he's my brother, I can tell people I had a project, I made a deal, I paid my artist. There you go. And it sounds better than, well, I've never done this, but blah blah blah. And I even offer, like, if I know the person's a trusted source, I'll offer to pay up front, or pay per page as it's coming through, or lump sum at the end if they want, whatever. But yeah, it's definitely a tricky thing, especially us. I mean, we're all a bunch of novices out here trying to figure stuff out. And I think hopefully that community gives us some kind of security where people won't just come in and try to take advantage of us anymore. Like, we've had a few people do that, and we weed them out. So hopefully, anything that comes out will be a good collab that we can all be happy about.
Yeah, for the most part, the art community that we've been a part of has been really cool. Everybody's super, just wants to help each other out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think I'm gonna go all teeth on this. Usually where I draw in all the teeth and everything. I think it looks better kind of leaving some of the lines missing.
Oh yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah. Might be the first time we don't run over. Get a solid 2 hours in. I mean, you still got 34 minutes.
Oh yeah, that should definitely be done. This is a boost in my confidence, because last night when I was drawing, I was not feeling it.
Yeah, but you got him. Eventually, Morbius looks great.
Yeah, it took me a while to get there.
And there's times.
But that's being in that funk post Murph, and
that's why it might sound a little like conceited, almost like a musician listening to their music to get ready, but like I've been in like my non-creative mode, where it's like work, that's it, and I'd come home. And so the past few nights I sat and I'd read through notes, and I read a couple of scripts of stuff I read just to see if it still held up. And I was like, I read one of my scripts for Wilder Talents, like, dang, I really think that was solid. Like, I think that's a good story. So it got me kind of pumped and gets me back into it. And hopefully tomorrow and Sunday I'll have a little more free time, and then streaming helps us keep on task.
Yeah, I think Stegman said it best. He's like, when you're streaming, you're just always drawing, so it goes by fast.
Yeah, for sure. We won't be at a con. No.
Yeah, what con are you talking about, Prophet?
I mean, if there's one going on, let me know.
Because I work in retail, getting off in November and December is damn near impossible.
Quit your dream, chase your job. I mean,
not my dream.
God, it's a nightmare. Oh, speaking of nightmare, anybody reading X-Men? Did you see the cover of X-Men #4 this month?
I need a copy of
the Headless Horseman Cyclops, and then the issue was banging. It was
Did
so
you get
good.
that one?
Oh hell yeah, I've been reading.
No. Did you get the variant cover?
It's not a variant. It's the main. cover.
That's the main cover.
Yeah, it's the main cover.
That's cool.
The general. Gosh, I can't remember who drew that. Now he's been doing so good. I think
that was Yvonne, wasn't it?
Yvonne. What's his last name?
Coelho.
Maybe.
I thought that was Yvonne.
He shared a rough sketch he did of it.
Yeah.
And
the rejected one?
Yeah, the rejected one. And I get why it was, because the reared up, like, head blasting, but I love the one where the headman's just holding it. Is kind of ominous, like he's just standing there. Really cool.
The one that was approved is badass.
I was like, I saw that, and it was such a good issue, and then it tied in loosely to the death of Doctor Strange that's been going on, and Jean Grey came out and was a BA, and then like Cyclops was there, and it was just
He's always been awesome.
He's always been cool.
Yeah, I'm not as much on recent books, but I did read Dark Ages. Any of you guys read Dark Ages?
I have been enjoying that.
Actually, I haven't read the second issue. Brad let me borrow the first.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to bring you a second. Might be. I have the. It's only gonna be 6 issues, but I hope, like, that's one of those like things that in the future, if like Marvel's like, hey, do you want to write something, maybe just like an alternate universe thing, and I was like, if you won't let me play in like Mayday Parker's like Spider Girls universe. I want to play in Dark Ages because it's been fun so far. But X-Men, I think Jerry Duggan's going to be the one who Jerry or Gary, I don't know, the hard G or a soft G, but he he's been taking over X-Men. I think he's going to be the head of X after Hickman leaves after Inferno. And that's
is his end coming up?
yeah, he kind of leaving for different reasons, but he's dropping out. I think he's going to come back and write a few things here and there, but he's like he gave over the main series to Duggan, and
Oh, cool.
honestly, it's been awesome. And then he set up so many good writers, like I've been reading the Dawn of X books, catching up because I had about 12 of them to catch up on, plus like 4 Reign of X, and so many of those. Tinny Howard's Excalibur is so good. He even brought in what is it, MI13, I think, is where like the superhero side of their Secret Service in England. Love that. Gosh, the guy's Wisdom. I think Pete Wisdom. Super fun. Betsy's awesome in it now. She's back in her original body and she's Captain Britain. And there's like all kinds of weird other ones. Jamie Braddock is the king of Otherworld, so he's like the reality warping, tearing apart Krakoa, and like all this crazy stuff. Super fun. Hellions has been fun. That one just started up. The Wolverine, they did like a 3-issue Wolverine series, and they're doing another short run, and those have been crazy fun. So it's just like Hickman, even if he's gone, his influence will be felt for years, and it's been so much fun, just so much fun. Oh man, he said he's gonna get to meet Ebon.
Oh God, I would love to meet Ebon. I think he may be my favorite artist at Marvel, right? I mean, that goes without saying, Mark Bagley, but on Coelho.
Let me pull up this.
Like during the whole Venom run, you know, Kate's Venom run, like if there was anybody that was going to take over for Stegman, they chose right.
So they've been doing a lot of X-Men. God, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, but Pepe Larraz. Larraz, there you go, and RB Silva. God, they are awesome. They've been doing a lot of the X-Men stuff. Love it. Great stuff.
Like Pepe. And then, not to be overlooked, the guy that usually colors all of the X-Men stuff, Marte Gracia.
Yeah.
Love his color work.
Great stuff, yeah, for sure. So you guys haven't we've talked about it before. Nick Spencer's run of Amazing Spider-Man did not work for me. I did not enjoy it. I bought the last issue that he did because Christos Gage wrote a backup story in it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But oh boy, they started the new one, the Spider-Man Beyond, and Ben Reilly is front and center. So you know I've been enjoying it, and it's I mean, time will tell if it's going to be like this groundbreaking story. I mean, so far it's been fun. I've been enjoying it, and of course I'm enjoying it more because I like clones, the spider clones. But man, I gotta say, like, it's Rancid. It's an old friend come to see me again. Reading Amazing Spider-Man and enjoying it and just having a smile, like, oh, this is so much fun, is such a good feeling.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have that back, and hopefully it keeps up steam.
Who's going to be writing Spider?
It's a few people.
Oh, okay. They're not just going with one.
Yeah. There's actually a few people writing it right now, and I think they're kind of like, because it's it's bi-weekly right now, so it's coming out fast. PP. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the Ben Reilly stuff, and I like it because they're delving into a lot of his, like, I guess the stuff nobody else reads but me. Speaking of spotlight shelves on my new comic book display, of course, the clones have a shelf, so Ben and Kane are well represented on that new shelf. But I'm enjoying it. Once again, there's probably people out there who are not enjoying it, so it just
Like what you like.
Like what you like.
And I'm pretty close to wrapping this.
Yeah, this might be the first thing you came in under under time on.
I know I had time left on Cyclops.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I guess you
Because I
did.
did that sketch for you.
Well, that was also because I ran over on talking.
Work, people love it.
Yep, it's gonna be the highest when you hit 1,000 followers. It's all gonna be because of not me, guys. It was not me.
Because of
It was Cyclops. He did it for us.
he did it, guys.
Thanks, Slim. Yeah, we're not. It's not Instagram. Too bad we're not getting followers like your Instagram account. But at the same time, we're
Yeah.
slowly gathering them.
YouTube's tough.
Yeah,
It's like Twitter. Twitter's really tough too. Like on Instagram, how many followers am I at?
And I
30,
mean,
3,100.
think about this. Like, man, I've watched Gaming Historian for years, and I just started following him this year. Like, sometimes, like, you watch videos and you just don't hit the follow button. It's just
But,
how it is.
Most of the times, I mean, or not most times, like we said, you know, I don't do this for followers. I do this because it's fun, and then it's fun to talk to you guys about stuff while I'm drawing.
Sure.
That's why we do it. And if people follow and stuff, that's cool.
The only difference between this and what we did when we do it alone is we could play licensed music.
Yeah, true.
Now we make sure the Disney soundtrack is off before we start. We don't need that cease and desist.
We turn the Disney music on always before the streams, just to get us hype.
Just to get it's a great big beautiful tomorrow stuck in your head.
Be a Man comes on to me and Brad is just in here just slamming it, fist pumping.
I could have gone another way.
Not slamming it like that.
Let
Let the boys be boys. I don't think I'm going to do any. I think that'll be. Corey, I hope you like lines because there's a lot of lines in this dude's collar.
Oh man, he's got 700. I got like 100 followers on Twitter, but I don't.
How many
honestly,
you got on Twitter?
Aaron said he's about to hit 750.
Nice. Let me see where I'm at real quick.
I don't cultivate Twitter. Like, I really just use it as a DMs app. Like, I talk to you guys through it and that's it.
Yeah,
he said his Instagram surpassed
Oh,
Twitter.
nice, cool. Yeah, oh yeah, Instagram definitely. Twitter it's hard to get ground on. First of all, it's toxic as hell. Yeah, I'm at 671 on Twitter. And most of those literally came when Ryan Stegman retweeted that Absolute Carnage cover I did. It's still sitting on the wall.
Yeah. We whenever people follow, we go in there. Hey, if you follow Corey, go unfollow him real quick.
Go and follow. That's what we usually do.
Our goal is to get Corey down to 4 followers before the end of the year.
Because 4 sounds worse than 0.
Yeah. Twitter is like social media is a garden and you have to tend it. So like if somebody's not doing stuff you like, you get rid of it. And man, like I get it. Like when we had the elections in November, the presidential elections, I knew people who normally don't talk about politics were going to be talking about politics. So I just kind of stayed off Twitter for a while. But then like some people just all they talked to, a couple of comic writers and artists that I love, like they never posted comic stuff. It was always political stuff or always just something. And I just stopped following them because And I mean, no, I'm not. I don't think they should stop saying that. They can keep saying that because it's freedom of speech. But I don't want that. So I just cleared out, and like Instagram, it does that easier. You get artists who post art unless like their sweet sugar glider passes away, unfortunately. So
Oh,
you get a good little thing like that. You get a little personal life now and then, but mostly it's just art.
that's what I follow. And just in case there's anybody in here that isn't in the chat that may be watching that has sent me a message or something. Like I don't follow anybody if it's not something that I like, So like the other day I had a guy message me and said, "Hey, love your artwork. Would you consider following my page too?" And I always check it out because I get it. People want their stuff to be followed. I want my stuff to be followed, but I check it out and it was just all baseball cards. Like baseball and basketball cards. Like he was a collector, which is cool. Good for him. But I don't give a shit about anything about sports.
No, not at all.
And I don't want to follow that because I don't want that in my feed. When I look at stuff in my feed, it's damn, a new cover's been posted by an artist I like, or a new piece of something artwork wise has been posted by an artist I like. And that's what I follow. So I don't want anybody to like take it the wrong way when I don't follow them. But I don't because that's not the stuff I'm into. Well, this has been fun.
How many more you got in this set?
One more, just an Eddie Brock with the Venom symbiote coming up around his.
Okay. Have you sent those all off, or are they all going to Corey and
They're
stuff?
all going to court, and he already paid for them. So he's he kind of paid for him. He was just like, "Hey, I just want to make sure I have slots, so whenever you can get to him."
You really not follow Aaron?
Do I not?
He said Scoot doesn't follow me because he's worried I'll accidentally send him explicit images.
Hold on, wait, on Instagram? There's no way. Hold on.
I think he's messing with us.
We're gonna stop real quick just to make sure. What's your name on Instagram? I'm just kidding. I know it.
Oh yeah, Corey.
I'm following you.
I can only imagine how the 2020 election looked coming from like you guys just watching us from the north. Like, we're just gonna kind of, close our bedroom door and wait till the parents stop arguing.
Hey, I just got paid for a commission. Good.
Truth be told, I probably follow Aaron because I saw him on Twitter. Somebody reposted. I just started following him, and then we found him other ways. You're following him.
Yeah, I am. All right, I think we're gonna call it on this one.
We could have, man. If we found out Scoot didn't follow her, we could have put you on blast so hard.
God, yeah, I would have never heard the end of that. Honestly, I would have deserved it.
Man's out here, up at 4 a.m. watching your streams. Couldn't even get to follow. Oh, Volya's in the chat. Yeah.
Hey, Volya, what's up?
Dude, he drew. If you guys are ever catch any of his streams,
they're fun.
Yeah, dude, when
they're
you
a lot of fun.
Drawing those bunnies, like you came into the chat, Volya's chat, and you had to give a bunny, and Volya drew the hell out of it. And I did the punk rock, and Scoot did the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Skank One was the bunny's name. The two main characters in Wilder Talents are like punk rock fans, so one of them's gonna be wearing a Skank One shirt. There's that famous Bugs Bunny gif where he's got a saw and he cuts off Florida from the rest of the country, and I think that's what Canada was trying to do in 2020 to us. Like, hey, Mexico, you want to be neighbors instead?
It was wild.
Yeah, he just had all your. He said the marketing point, so everybody saw his Instagram account.
All of a sudden, his likes just go through the roof
Then
with
it
all 10
wakes up
people
to
that are
5,000
watching.
followers more than you.
That'd be awesome. You deserve it.
Yeah. When's your next stream, Valia?
And I've toyed with the idea because a lot of artists stream on Twitch. Trying it out on Twitch one time and just see how it does.
And anybody who ever streams, make sure you promote that, because as much as I don't know about Scoot, I can't speak for him, but as much as I love doing streams like this, sit and talk to you guys, I love watching them. Like people inking or people coloring, people drawing, whatever. It's, to me, it's so therapeutic and fun, especially when you know people, and it's cool because I mean, like, we all get in there and we can talk, and then if you're just listening to music, just listen to music. It's always just, it's us keeping the Bob Hope dream alive.
I like especially tuning into people, not really tuning into people that support me. Cool. I like going into.
Man, Valia, if you want to be antisocial, man, no problem there.
Do it.
Do what you want to do.
I hadn't told you yet, but Valia reached out to me about doing another collaboration, so that may be happening sometime soon. Could be a lot of fun. All right, guys, we're gonna call it on Knull. I always say I'm gonna call it, and then I start putting more lines in. I don't want to overdo it, and it's really easy to overdo it. But I think it's a.
Did you show Morbius to everybody yet?
I did, but I'll show it again.
I didn't know what else you'd done. I know you drew that hyper realistic dog.
Yeah, I'll show that too. All right, so here's Knull.
You're just gonna have a wall of sketch covers from you. He said Matt said he wants to see her take on Earthworm Jim. Whoa, Nelly!
I could do a sweet Earthworm Jim, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll probably make that happen, Valia. Once I get some time to throw to extracurricular activities. Hey, see you, Art. Yeah, we're gonna hang around for just a bit since I'm early on finishing this one. We'll see if there's any other art I can show, but thanks for tuning in, man.
I think the more minimal teeth was the way to go on that.
I think so too.
Oh, show Space Venom. See if you get. Show him on stream. Did you draw that? You didn't draw that on stream. Go ahead and show it. I've told the story before, but man, when we went to Expo and he kept drawing Venom, and I was like, dude, you better stop. If you draw Venom again, I'm gonna scream. And then he sold all of them. And then like the same things happen on Instagram. I'm like, damn, dude, you post like a Venom head sketch. He's like, it's what people are asking for. And then we watch as each one does progressively better in likes, and he's getting more and more followers because of it. I'm just blown away, man.
So when I said Corey is inking a lot of my stuff now, like I've already sent him how many packages, Corey? Probably 2 over the last month and a half or so.
Corey's used to getting Scoot's package now.
He loves my package. So those sketch covers that I showed are going to be sent to Corey once the last one's done. But here's all this is about to get sent to Corey too. So, and these are all again on my Instagram. But here's the artworks. There it is.
There it is, Mr. 5000 or whatever.
Mr. 5000 himself. So this one's going to Corey.
Corey's putting some effects on that one, right?
Yeah, he's gonna. So in all the blacks, we'll need to have white kind of splatters to look like stars.
Oh, but
nothing in the white part. So
okay.
And then we got a lizard, which was fun. I drew this one on vacation in the condo in Florida.
Good.
And then again, Morbius,
the living vampire.
The living vampire with the pig nose. So all 4 of these are going to Corey, in addition to those sketch covers once they are done. So he literally is getting artwork for me all the time now.
Yeah, it's actually
which is awesome.
It used to be like, hey Corey, I've got one coming for you, and like 6 months was quiet. Now it's like just constantly sending him stuff,
and it's super cool because people are just like, there was one of the last ones I sent. I was like, "Are you interested in getting inked?" And he was like, "I've already reached out to Corey about it." And I was like, "Oh, cool, that's super cool." But I'm doing a one of the commissions I have coming up is kind of like it's vision, but it's half of him's kind of going to be like robotic and half of it's going to be normal vision.
so like the Cletus or the Venom sketch
Kinda,
cover.
yeah, it's similar. But I lost my train of thought.
Your next commission.
Vision. Oh yeah, so it's vision.
Here for you.
Thanks. But dude asked if it could be done by asked if it could be done by November 7th, which should be fine. Because he's going to have it inked by Joe. Is it Joe Rubenstein? He's a very well-known old artist. I think he inked like some of Claremont's X-Men stuff. So, but I thought that was cool. He wants to have it inked by Rubenstein.
Like that scrub?
Yeah,
I'll get Corey to do it.
Yeah, get Corey to do it. You have better results. So, but I don't think I have any other crazy news. I don't think. Oh, I forgot too. All these sketch cards got to go to Corey as well. Trying to keep Corey on his toes, guys. Yeah, I think that's all the new stuff I've got to.
So he opens up 6 more spots and prints more money for himself.
Yeah, I've got. So I'll just run down what I have to do. So I'm currently working on that. I've kind of hinted at it a few times. This big Mickey Mouse piece that I'm working on. And it's really in depth and it's really tough. So I'm just working on it in spurts because it's a hard one.
That episode when you show it, we'll just talk in nothing but Mickey's voice.
Oh boy. So commissions I have. I have a Doc Ock head sketch, an Eddie Brock Venom. One guy I have to draw Tom Hardy, but he's from this Western show he was in. I don't know, but it would be fun because it's Tom Hardy with a beard and a hat, so it shouldn't be that tough. Oh, and then Morbius I can cross off the list. So I only have 3 left. Only have 3 left in addition to the Mickey Mouse. So
until he opens more slots, but
we're gonna
finish those.
We're gonna do B Movie Saga,
or at least gonna get
a
thumbnail and get you into pages before you take more.
Yep.
You gotta have commissions rolling some, but take them and just be like, hey, I'm doing 4 for this month or something.
What do you want me to show, Corey? What are we showing? Yeah, Tom Hardy is in some. I don't know. I'll look it up later. Yeah, her drawings were really cool. I told her she needs to keep doing them. They're actually up on the wall in our living room right now with our Halloween decor. And we'd planned on doing a Halloween stream like we had been doing from Florida, but then we ended up doing 3 parks in 3 days, and that's pretty tough. No, it wasn't Taboo. Can't remember the name of it. If you insist, I'll look it up real quick.
Oh, I could have looked it up.
Brad's Christmas present? No, I can't.
We can't show that.
Can't show that.
It's at home. It's in my house anyway.
I mean, I've got it on the computer, but unfortunately, Corey, it's going to be a while before that can get shown. But it's the background on my phone too. I can't find the message. It's Tom Hardy in some Western. I can't remember.
I know westerns, and I don't even. I'm gonna look it up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to keep.
Just type in Tom Hardy Western.
Flawless. That was that.
Oh, not,
That was kind of. That was like a prohibition.
Oh, he's on Instagram.
He was not in 310 to Yuma. I said say that. What's wrong with you, Amazon?
Can't trust Amazon.
The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio?
At least I thought it was a Western. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, Tom Hardy in that Western movie, The Dark Knight Rises. We were all on the edge of our seat.
I'm sorry,
right
guys. Hold on, and then we'll get out of here.
Inception, maybe? Remember the Wild West of that?
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, that's TV show, yeah. That's like turn of the century America, I thought, though.
The picture I saw looked like a Western. So I don't
Cillian
know
Murphy's in that. Who plays
So I have a commission of Tom Hardy from Peaky
that's
Blinders.
not turn. That's a British thing. Okay, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a British.
Not turn of the century America. In the aftermath of the Great War. There we go. So it is
Tom Hardy from
1900s,
Tombstone.
He's in that?
Tom Hardy from Dr. Quinn.
Oh, he is in that. Maybe? Oh, yeah, there he is.
Yeah. All right, you got anything else, Bradley?
No, God.
Okay. I'm actually gonna, once we end the stream, I'm go out and set my spotlights up on our Halloween decorations outside, since it's yeah, Peaky Blinders. Furry Road, is that what you said, Brad? Brad likes Furry Road. All right. All right, unless you don't have anything, we will call it there, guys. It's been super fun. It was really good to get back to streaming after everything that happened. So don't know when the next one will be. I don't know. Maybe we turn this into a bi-weekly thing. Maybe that'll make it a little easier on us. But we'll see.
Shoot for weekly.
We'll shoot for. That's why I put in our new. Sure, you saw the thumbnail, everybody, but it says the mostly weekly BS. So that'll actually be the thing that I'll have every week, except I'll just change the picture, whatever the subject is. So we have a fun little thumbnail now, and that's the extent of my digital capabilities, is that thumbnail. So
more than mine, shit.
So Tom Hardy from Quantum Leap. Good Lord, it's time to go. All right, everybody's getting crazy. All right, so we will see you guys. I'm not sure when. I'm off Monday, I think, and then maybe Friday next week. I don't know. But we have our Halloween party next Saturday. Then I'm off the following Sunday, so maybe the following Sunday. Who knows? We'll see. We'll let you guys know. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us. And again, thanks for all the cats in the chat at the beginning for Murph Biscuit. He'll be missed by everyone. So, Stinky Raccoon there at the end again.
Yep, he popped in just a minute ago.
Okay, cool. Yep. But yep. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time, and we'll let you know when that is. So,
later.
Holla.